want. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome in to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Welcome to the Get Your Happy On Hour. I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons. This is 93.7 The Ticket. Man, I got a show for y'all tonight, and I'm very excited about it. I just met this young man, actually. Met him through a really good friend. Big shout out to Maggie Thorne. She introduced me to him, and I'm very, very thankful for that. I start my show off always giving Matt Warner out in Waverly, Nebraska, Empire Fencing, giving them a big shout out because you guys show my show a lot of love, and I appreciate the support. So I never want to take anything for granted. Well, before I get to my guest, got to tell y'all a little something. It's hot out there. I mean, summer is officially here. I'm from Texas, so I'm kind of used to the heat, but it came kind of quick. So I'm in the adjustment phase, but I'm feeling really good about things. Still love to be happy, still focusing on the positive. And I guess I ain't going to complain because it could be snowing. So with that being said, I want y'all to know I'm in a good mood tonight. I feel really good about things, and I'm very thankful for life. My guest tonight, I had the opportunity to visit with him a little bit before the show, and man, I want you guys to really, really tune in and pay attention because you're going to realize something tonight that I think is very important. Life is going to always throw everybody some obstacles. Life is never going to be perfect for anyone. We all got to go through what we got to go through. So I got a guest that has been through some ups and downs, but turned it into a positive at an early age. And he hasn't looked back. Bo Jones, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks, Ricky. Glad to be here.
Well, hey, look, Bo, let me say this before I get started. You have got to tell us, well, there's a lot we're going to talk about, but I want to start off with, where are you from, Bo?
Right here in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Man, not Lincoln, man.
Yep.
You from what high school did you go to?
Lincoln East.
What? Was a Spartan?
Yep.
What? No, man. I have quite a few guests, that live here in Lincoln or grew up here in Lincoln, and I'm always amazed at some of the people that I've met over the years that are from Lincoln that are doing positive things. And actually, I hit another home run with you because we're going to learn a lot about Bo. I want to know, Bo, let's go to your high school days. In high school, what was high school like for you?
High school was fun. I enjoyed it. I was a two-sport athlete, football, baseball.
Okay.
Had a lot of fun doing it. I never did go beyond high school for sports. I was a very average athlete.
Okay.
Nothing that was not a standout by any means. But I enjoyed it. I had a great group of friends, and I just enjoyed being 16, 17, 18 years old.
Playing sports. Now, after high school, if I remember correctly, you had a experience with college.
we will call it an experience. Yeah. I went to the University of Nebraska for a degree, and I wanted to be a financial advisor. At least I was coached that I should go be a financial advisor. I liked money and I liked numbers. but I didn't realize what all went into being a financial advisor. I didn't know it was a bunch of sitting behind a desk and doing all the things. And yeah, so I really struggled in college. A
Mhm.
4-year degree turned into a 6-year attempt to get a degree, and I finally got it. Coached and pushed by my parents and my now wife, Amber. They all encouraged me just to finish it up, as hard as it was, and I was a fish out of water at times, but
So school just wasn't your thing.
I'm not a scholar.
But see, that's the one thing I like about 95, I can almost say 99% of my guests so far have been very transparent. So I appreciate your honesty and your transparency, because everybody wants to show, or not everybody, but a lot of people like to show just the good. So I appreciate the fact that you're humble enough to admit that school wasn't quite the top of the list. Well, when you finally got done with school, what was next for you, man?
Well, while I was in school, I started working with a couple guys around town here that had a bunch of rental properties.
Oh, okay.
And they kind of taught us, and it was me and a couple of buddies at the time, and my now business partner Steve, that there was a way to work on these houses around class schedules, and it just really worked out well for us. So we would call at the end of the day and get an address, and we'd show up at these job sites, and the tools would be there, and the materials would be there, and they'd coach us through how to do the remodel projects, or build onto these houses, or remodel the kitchen, or put a new roof on. And it just kept growing from there. So this is 19, 20 years old. I got my start in construction
Huh.
with no indication or no experience whatsoever, no interest in the construction industry. Just kind of fell into it and fell in love with it.
And you didn't go to school for that either.
I do not have a degree in construction.
Wow. I want y'all to understand something before we go further, because we're going deeper, but he just told y'all he went to school to become a financial advisor, and that wasn't his thing. He does not have a construction degree or anything in that field. What did you do after you start off remodeling houses, right? Okay, what was next?
Well, we were still in college when we signed our first big contract, which was with the Lincoln Housing Authority. I think we remodeled 110 kitchens over one summer.
Oh, wow.
And it was a lot of work, and we had to bring in our friends and get the job done. And it turned out to be really nice projects.
Huh.
But, it just kept growing, and hired a bigger team, and just fell in love with what we do, and we're pretty good at it.
Well, I think you're being humble, but I'm gonna let you get away with it for a little bit, and that's okay. That's all right. I like humble. I think that's a good quality to have. Now, the next thing is, after you got your feet wet in construction, things kind of took off. Is that right or wrong?
Yep, started to take off. There was this little moment in time called 2008, 2009, 2010, where the economy hit the construction industry pretty hard, but we were still pretty young and small, and we were able to maneuver that time period and stayed busy and kept the doors open and just kept our heads down and did the work, and came out of it pretty bright and sunny on the other side.
Well, when you was going through that low period, what was that like for you? I mean, did you ever think about just saying, forget it?
It was hard on everybody. My wife lost her job, and she spent about a year without work, and we had one and then a second child on the way. That was a really hard time. That we had no money. It was a moment that it was very tight, and every day was a battle to just keep things going.
See, and where I'm going with this is, I want people to understand that it's not always I started a business and I became very successful and everything was just perfect and kumbaya.
Absolutely not.
Both said absolutely not. Well, I guess what I want to say is, I think it's very challenging when you your wife lost her job, kid on the way, money's basically non-existent, really. I mean, I'm not saying not speaking for you, but it sounds like money was tight, to say the least.
$50 was a lot back then, and there were moments where we had to make painful decisions on how to spend $50.
Yeah. But you know what? The fact that you made those decisions and you stuck with it. See, I love these type stories because I know that there's somebody out there that thinks that just because I decided to start a business, it's automatically going to make me rich. I'm going to be living a high life. I'm going to have all the material bells and whistles, and it all comes with just saying, I'm going to start a business. That ain't how it works.
That is not how it
works. Well, Bo, let me ask you something. When you, after you got past the house crisis and things started to kind of turn around, what was next?
We got into some really big custom home builds. So late 2009, 10, we started building some really big houses. And to this day, one of the biggest houses we've ever done is about 11,000 square foot.
Wow.
Big custom home for a good friend of mine, still to this day. And it really put us on the map in terms of being a big custom home builder for high quality. And that was back when we were doing a lot of the work. We would do the framing, and we would do some trim work, and we would do a lot of the portions of the project to keep ourselves busy for one, but then also uphold the quality that we required for our projects.
Well, what's the name of your company?
True Built Construction.
True Built Construction. We're going to get to that part too, but I'm going to tell y'all something. Like I said, I had the opportunity to visit with this young man before the show, and man, I'm gonna keep it going because I want everybody to know what I know. You started the company. You started getting these opportunities. You didn't stop there. What was next?
Well, with our upbringing essentially in the residential kind of remodel and rental property game with a couple of our early on mentors, we branched out into real estate development and rental properties. So we've continued to build that. I think our first rental property was in 2003. It was not a good investment. It really held us down for probably 7 or 8 years before we could get into our next round of investments. But oftentimes in real estate, if you hold on long enough, you'll come out smelling like a rose on the backside. And that's exactly what we did. We had to take money out of our pocket every month to make that investment pan out and to make the payment. And fast forward 15, 16 years, we sell the property and we get all of our money back. So lessons learned along the way. That's a prime example of just because you have a rental property doesn't mean you make money on it.
Right.
So we've continued to build that portfolio, and we've teamed up with some amazing people along the way that have helped really give us a springboard for going to the next level on all these projects. And just head down, move forward, do the right thing for people. And we've been very fortunate in the opportunities that have been presented to us.
Well, I know we have another commonality too, is you like helping people, like especially our youth. I'm real big on that myself. And when I heard you sharing that with me earlier, it really, really struck a nerve with me. You got a program that you was showing me on your phone. Can you tell us about that program?
Yeah. So the idea behind the program was based out of frustration as a construction company owner, was one side of things. And we had this emerging workforce pipeline. So the younger generation, we're having a heck of a time getting them interested in the construction industry.
Okay.
So for the last 10, 12 years, it's been very difficult to engage these younger individuals and get them to understand what we have to offer. So we've done the job fairs, we've been in classrooms, we've done job shadows, we've built houses with students over the years. We've done everything that we can to engage this next generation into the construction industry with minimal results. On the other side is I'm a father of 2 kids that are kind of making the transition right now from high school into college. My daughter's a soon to be sophomore in college. And when she graduated from high school, we had some very difficult conversations about her not having a clue what she wants to be when she grows up. As a parent, that's very frustrating. It's very hard to push them and prod them to something that you feel as a parent that they should be doing because you want it to be their idea.
Right, right.
If you push too hard and you push the wrong direction, then it becomes the parent's fault, and that's not what you want to do. So you want it to be natural. You want them to find something that engages them and interests them. But how long does that take?
Yeah.
It can take a while, and
Right.
unfortunately, the consequences are expensive. You only have so much time. The student loan debts are racking up, and it's just a very frustrating experience watching your own children not really know what their next step in life is.
You know, we talked about this too. A lot of times, the youth, they will listen to their peers a lot faster than they will listen to a parent or a person of authority, I would say. And unfortunately, and I'm just making this up as an example, if you're only 17 and you're getting all your advice from another 17-year-old, I don't think either one of them qualifies to say they have hindsight. And at the end of the day, like in your case, you just dad, and far as your kids know, they I think they mean well, but when you don't know what you don't know. And I think that's a big part of the frustration because they always, I don't know. I just think that a lot of the kids, in my opinion, because they're so well equipped to deal with technology, they just automatically assume that makes them smart. But life has a way of getting your undivided attention, and you've shared that part yourself. It's like it's easier to live life in reverse and understand it, but you have to live it going forward. And that's where the challenges come. Now, this program, how do you showed me something? How do people get that program? I'm just curious.
Well, it's just a website. It's a web-based platform that essentially helps this emerging generation of workforce understand what it is that we have to offer in our industries and in our careers. And it's called careerpathway.com. So the website is www.careerpathway.com.
Y'all get that? Say it one more time.
Careerpathway.com.
Okay.
And it's free. It's free for everybody. It's free for students, free for the education system, free for working age individuals that are seeking their next step. So what we're doing is we're giving businesses and colleges a platform to come in and tell their story. So I'm going to use Truebuilt Construction as the example. How do I get people to understand what we do, a day in the life, how we do it, give them some advice as it's related to the construction industry, and really help them understand what it is that we have to offer, and then show them a pathway to get there. That's what we're doing. So imagine if every student from 13 to 30 years old had a platform where they could go learn in depth about every industry and every career, and then we help them track on the back end where they're gravitating towards. So all we're doing is we're giving a resource for as it relates to career and education understanding, and then showing them the path to get to the next step.
I just want to know what prompted you to, or what should I say, what inspired you to want to do that?
Well, I sat down, I thought there has to be a better way.
Yeah.
How do I, as Truebuilt Construction, get in front of more students on a broader base with less effort? And you do that on their level, and their level, this next generation is the TikTok generation.
Right.
It's photos and videos. If you're not engaging with them on that level, it's really difficult to get to them. So here we are with a platform that was built here in town by a company called Don't Panic Labs. They're an amazing software development team that took my idea to the next level. And here we have software that is now this platform that does all of these powerful things that connects all of these individuals with amazing opportunities.
I think it's real smart to create something like that, because unfortunately, a lot of kids grow up thinking they're going to be the next NBA or NFL or, Major League Baseball player or professional athlete. And when it doesn't work, then it's like a lot of them feel like their life is over. And what I'm hearing is you giving them another platform for a potential plan B.
Exactly.
Yeah, that to me is very important. Now, you didn't stop there. you kept right on. I mean, yeah, I understand this company here, but from what I understand, is there's more to your story than just this one company.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've got a portfolio of companies between the construction and the real estate and now software that keeps us pretty busy. There's
Mm-hmm.
always something to do, and we're very fortunate to have surrounded ourselves with incredible teams that can really just see the big picture, see the vision, and make it happen. So,
Well, when I said that, I'm just curious, how many companies are you involved in?
well, the two busy companies are TrueBuilt Construction and CareerPathway.com. And then we have a few other companies that are real estate holding companies. So,
Man, how do you do all of that? I mean, you got to have a great team of people.
amazing team.
Great. See, what we got, what I'm hearing is, here's a young man. Think about what I'm getting ready to say. There's a young man that he went to college for the wrong thing, turned it into something that he didn't even think he was interested in, and turned it into a business. And as far as I know, company is real successful.
We have plenty of work to do, and we have a lot of very happy clients that keep coming back for more work.
And you said something about you get most of your clients from referrals.
We do. We learned early on that the secret to success in industry and in business is you have to serve others.
Right.
If I go out as a construction company and I do a great project for somebody, the next time they need a project done, they call. Or once they hear of a friend that needs some work done, they refer us to their friends.
Best advertising you can get, because when it comes from someone that you know, and then they can actually see what they've done for that person that referred them. Yeah, I can see where the business would pick up. If there was an opportunity for a kid to you said that this program that you offered, this is a free program.
Free program. We're offering it free to the education system. My goal and my dream of this whole thing is that we have middle school, high school, and college age students engaging in real insight and real advice from industry. So those of us that are doing it, so that as they're trying to determine and trying to make one of the biggest decisions of their lives, selecting their career path, that they've had plenty of time to learn from those of us that are doing it, what it means and what it requires to get there.
So they get a inside peep at what it's like before they actually have to commit to it.
That's exactly right.
And it don't cost them nothing.
And it doesn't cost anything. And honestly, the neatest thing that could happen is, yes, we want them to understand what it is they're interested in.
Yeah.
Equally as important, we want them to understand what they don't want to pursue. We don't want them to waste time going down a path that they know that they're not going to like.
Right. Well, it sounds like, to me, accountability has to come into play at some point, because if I understand correctly, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of what you have accomplished to this point really started with a work ethic. Am I wrong there, or?
I am not afraid of work.
Yeah. See, I wanted to get that out there too, because sometimes when people hear these opportunities, they think they can just show up and it just fall out of the sky. No, you got to earn this. You know, I think it's really important that you put that out there up front, because when they hear free and here's this great platform, and I'm sure they can get on their phones or whatever, however they choose to look up your information, and they can, oh yeah, I can do this. But they need to understand that there's some work involved. And if you're not willing to work, I don't like your chances of being successful. You've done this. How long have you been in business?
This is our 26th year.
Wow. 26 years. Yeah. You done seen some ups and some downs. But tell me this. When I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk some more. This is 93.7 The Ticket. It's to get you happy on hour. Don't y'all go anywhere. Be right back.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here a roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you're a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sauterheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's specials through June 24th are $1 off ground beef, 15% off on aprons, 15% off Cornhead beer, and buy one, get one 50% off on brats and hot dogs, limit 2. Plus, stop by for lunch on Fired Up Thursday at the Mercado East or Fired Up Friday at the Mercado North. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Lincoln's new craft cocktail lounge is Bar 48 in Lincoln. Located at 2639 North 48th Street, Bar 48 offers everything from cocktails to beer to wine and so much more. With summer right around the corner, you can always enjoy Bar 48's frozen beverages. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on their live music performances every Saturday night. Make plans to visit Bar 48 on North 48th Street in the heart of the University Place neighborhood today.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. Man, Bob, are you with me?
I'm here.
Man, what's going on over on that board, man?
We got a few comments to get to. We'll start here. Odious Lee says, great show, little bro.
Big shout out to my big brother, Odious Lee.
Off of Facebook as well, Maggie Thorne says, yay, Bo and Ricky.
What, Maggie Thorne? Big shout out to Maggie Thorne. Appreciate the love. You always be doing big things, or you know what? That's just what you do.
Off of YouTube, Kim Kelly says, inspiring business leadership and innovation. Bravo, Bo. Ask Ricky about the quit button.
What? That's my business partner, Kim Kelly. And when she said the quit button, I mean, my quit button broke. I don't know how to quit, Bo. So I'm gonna be doing this forever. Big shout out to Kim Kelly. I appreciate the comment.
And our final comment here from YouTube from Brett says, what's good, big bruh? Getting my happy on while working on my final research paper and having an opportunity to chase my teaching career.
Big shout out to Brett down in Tulsa, Oklahoma, man. You keep doing big things, little bro. I'm really, really, really proud of you. And I know who you are and I know what you stand for. So you just keep doing big things. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the people that take time out to comment on the show, because to me, it's very important that you know that it's not taken for granted. I got to get back to my guest, man. Bo got some stuff going on, y'all. And I don't know if y'all understand what I'll tell you what, we're just going to let Bo tell you. Bo, you said to me during the break, there's some things that you got on that's coming up that you're working on. Can you share that with us?
Yeah, we're very honored to be partnering with Governor Pillen and the Department of Economic Development, Casey Bilitz and his team, for the first ever Governor's Youth Summit.
Wow.
Coming up August 14th in Kearney. And the purpose of that event is to connect Nebraska students and young professionals with real life Nebraska opportunities. And this is going to be everything from scholarships, internships, apprenticeships, part-time and full-time jobs, and then education pathways that we can keep our youth and our talent in the state of Nebraska with amazing Nebraska opportunities.
Man, and I understand that I got a really good friend that's on your platform, man. I got to show him some love too. He don't like to be called the owner, so he prefers to be called the founder. His name is Matt Warner. Matt Warner, Empire Fencing, man. He said y'all killing it on that platform, man. Keep doing big things, man. When he showed me that, I just started smiling, because it's like good people seem to find good people. And I look at Matt Warner as a really good person. I mean, and his company reflects that. Even though he don't want to be called the owner. He's the founder. Okay, Matt, I'm calling you the founder. All right. But this platform that you're about to, that you've already started, that you already have, the fact that I guess I want to know what made you want to, what made you so interested in our youth, man?
Well, after trying so many different ways to break through to this emerging workforce generation and the youth, it just became apparent that something's missing, that we're getting to them on the wrong level. So what we did, the first thing we did is we spent 7 months interviewing students from 13 to 25 years old and asked them all the relevant questions. Question number 1 is, if you're to pick up your device right now, what are the first 3 applications that you go to? You can probably guess: Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok.
Right.
Okay. So then we flipped it around the other side and we said, okay, industry and professionals, you have something really neat that you want to showcase about what it is that you do. Where do you post that information? Facebook, LinkedIn, and their own personal websites.
Mm-hmm.
Those were bottom 3 on the students list.
Huh.
We cannot be further apart.
Yeah.
So then what we also realized is all of those names that we just mentioned, none of them are allowed to be in the school system. The school system, without the protections and the privacy and safety settings in place, they can't allow the students to engage in that content. We can't turn kids loose on YouTube. We can't turn kids loose on TikTok during a school setting. It doesn't work. So what we did is we worked hand in hand with the education system to make sure that this would pass all of their tests for student privacy and safety, so that this could be utilized as an in-classroom resource that puts us as industry in front of students during classroom time.
Huh.
So what that does is that doesn't disrupt their day. They don't have to worry about busing students to a construction job site to learn about TrueBuilt construction. They can learn about us through photos and videos right there in class settings and get an understanding of what it is that we do in construction.
And I'm pretty sure they love looking at that, because they get a chance to get on their devices.
Well, and we built it to be a Chromebook It's just a website, so it's web friendly, it's mobile friendly, it's available on all devices as long as you have internet. So it's very easy to just username and password log in to your profile no matter where you're at, and you can gather your own profile and your own information that you've been building on. So it's something that builds, it's something that it gets more robust in time, and as these individuals engage in the content, they learn more about themselves.
I saw something about resume building on there too.
We do. We give them a template for a resume. They get to fill in all of their own information as it relates to them and their unique experiences and themselves. But the neatest thing that we're doing is we have a career interests section on their resume that clearly identifies the industry and the career that they have engaged in the most in career pathway. So as they're engaging in the content, they're liking and sharing the photos and videos of what interests them. And we're tracking on the backside what it is that they're paying attention to.
Huh.
So they can always go to their resume and see in sequential order industries that they've engaged in. They can click on the construction industry. It'll show them very specifically that you're interested in electrical work, or maybe it's plumbing, or maybe it's heating and cooling. They can click on the word plumbing, and we introduce them to all the plumbing colleges and businesses that can help them take that next step down their path.
Man, that's like a one-stop shop.
And they can take it a step further, and they can see the businesses that have jobs posted. They can see the colleges that have education opportunities. With the click of a button, they can apply for all of those opportunities.
Man, that's amazing. Wow. If you can't figure it out from there, then you don't want it. That's the way I'm taking that, because I mean, it's all right there at your fingertip.
All right there.
Man. See, there are a lot of people that are really actually putting out opportunities, but you gotta have a little drive. You have to want to do some things. You can't just sit up and wait for it to fall out of the sky. You got to go out and get it. And from what I'm hearing, you're pretty much making it really accessible to them.
Well, what it does is it gives us as industry the ability to get in front of a huge base. In the state of Nebraska, between 7th grade and all the way up through college, there's roughly 250,000 individuals that are making these decisions to go into education and career. How do we, as TrueBuilt Construction, get in front of as many of that group as we possibly can? I can't do it one-on-one in person.
Right.
I can't go to enough job fairs. I can't attend all of their schools. I can't bus them to my job sites. It has to be on a digital platform. So now I have all of these students across the state of Nebraska learning about what we do and why we do it. That may not impact me at TrueBuilt Construction, but that may impact a construction company in Kearney, who we can get a student that goes into the construction industry by watching our stuff and makes a life decision to go into an industry that they never thought about before that impacts a Kearney business.
And to be honest with you, you probably wish they had that for you when you started in a business that you didn't have no background in.
Yeah. Financial advisor, sit behind a computer most of the day. Not me.
No, I really hope people take this opportunity and pass the information on, because you may have a relative that has a kid that's kind of undecided, or, nephew, niece, whatever. This is an opportunity, and I love people that give opportunities to anyone, especially our youth, because, man, we're losing a lot of our youth to things that really we shouldn't. So, again, I gotta say, man, this is very, very important what you're doing, man, and I want you to know that it's appreciated. A lot of people may not tell you that, but I'll say it. I appreciate the fact that you care, because, truth be told, I mean, you've pretty much established your business. You don't, you can just go about your business. You don't have to help nobody if you didn't want to. That's a thing that come from within, and I admire that, because helping people is not an easy thing to do. And especially the way you're going about it, you're giving them a free platform. I mean, who does that? I mean, every time I look around, it's like they sound like they're going to give it to you, and then at the last minute they ask for your credit card information. So the fact that you're willing to do something like this to help people to get an opportunity, I don't know what else you can do. I mean, anything else you do, it's probably not going to be beneficial to them because they're not going to appreciate it because they didn't have to put no skin in the game. And you basically you're getting them to the water, so to say. It's up to them to drink.
Exactly.
That's the plan. Well, let me ask you this. These other companies, how did you get into these other companies? Did you just decide to do this one day, or did somebody kind of lead you down that path, or what?
Well, yeah, I had some advice from a very good friend and business advisor over the years, and one of the most intelligent business consultants and professionals that I've ever met by the name of Tim Clare.
Oh, I know that young man.
Yeah. And I took this wild and crazy idea into him about 3 years ago now. And I sat down and I said, "Hey, Tim, I'm going to show you something. If it's crazy, just laugh me out of the room." And by the end of about 45 minutes talking to him, he asked me, he goes, "All right, what are we calling this?"
Wow.
So, and then Tim, being one of the most connected people that I've ever met, next thing I know, we're on the phone with Tony Goins, who at the time was the director of economic development for the state of Nebraska.
Right.
Which the Department of Economic Development funded us initially with a prototype grant. So
wow,
some super amazing partners early on, and just connection points. And from there, we connected with Don't Panic Labs and started building the software platform. And as we progressed, it turned into a partnership with the Lincoln Partnership for Economic Development, which is the partnership between the city of Lincoln and the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce. And they came in and helped us build out a whole section of the platform that was very underutilized at the time. And then Allison Hatch down at LPED had this vision of, how do we show somebody what it takes to get into an industry at an entry-level position, and the progression that you can work your way up to an expert level position in that industry. And so Allison had this vision, and we incorporated the Department of Labor's information into the platform. And now somebody can see, if they want to get into the manufacturing industry, what entry-level positions are available, what the prerequisites are to get there, and then we actually introduce them to the companies.
You know, that's kind of, man, again, I'm going to repeat myself. That's amazing, because the hardest parts are really done. You just got to walk through the process.
Now it's just getting the word out.
Wow. Now, I wanted you to say that website again to that site you got.
www.careerpathway.com.
Man, y'all take advantage of that. Opportunities are getting slim every day. And college, no offense, may not be for everybody. So you might have to figure out another way to still reach your goals. And I just think that's an excellent opportunity.
In my opinion, the biggest opportunity that we have as it relates to the shortage of workforce and gaining efficiencies is the age group of 18 to 35-year-olds.
Okay.
18 to 35-year-olds are at this current time somewhat underutilized, in the sense that they're maybe not aligned with their strengths and their interests as it relates to a career. So how can we make this group more efficient and more effective? The sooner we can do that for them, the impact that it has on their lives with their ability to earn, investments in their 401k, purchasing a house earlier in life, all of the amazing things that happen by finding the right career earlier in life.
Right.
It impacts generations.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I can see that.
That is our purpose behind careerpathway.com. It's how fast can we get this emerging generation into careers that engage them, that excite them, that they excel in. If we can do that, us as industry end up with the pipeline of talent that we need, that shows up at our front door, excited to work, wanting to learn more, and wanting to be the best they possibly can.
Yeah. Wow. I love that concept, because I don't know. I just think it's a very, very productive way to start, especially our youth. it's very productive for them to get into something that they can actually thrive in. And when they pick it themselves, I love the chances of them being successful. A lot of times when you sit up and you force them to do something, whether it be go to college, study something that they're not interested in, I don't like their chances of being successful in that. So you basically giving them a bunch of options, and you pick what you're interested in. That to me is very important, because when you're not interested, it's going to show. I mean, I don't like the possibilities of you having a positive result, because people will definitely, I don't know, man, people will definitely cut it off, especially, I think about the youth, because a lot of them, from what I can see, is they focus on what they want to focus on. But I don't think very many people give them an opportunity to pick what they want to do. And I think that's might be something that's lacking. And it seems like you're covering that.
Yep, we're giving industry the opportunity to help the education system. I want to take a moment here and say that we are extremely blessed in the United States, and more specifically Lincoln, Nebraska, to have one of the best education systems in the entire world.
Wow. Yeah.
We do. And sometimes we take that for granted, but the passion that our educators have to lead our students to success is awesome. But the problem is, us as industry offers tens of thousands of opportunities for careers. We cannot ask the education system to give every single student a very unique and in-depth understanding of tens of thousands of career options.
Right. I got you.
It's not a fair request.
Right.
So now we offer them a platform that students can go in and gravitate towards their own interests. They can learn from the professionals in the industry. We're helping the education system on the backside understand where each one of their students is headed, and then allows them to walk those students across the finish line, helping them pick a college degree or helping them get into industry that they're engaged in. We're giving them a resource and a tool to help.
Yeah, that's again, I keep coming up with the same word. It's amazing, because a lot of our youth, man, I think they are a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? I think they're a lot more interested in doing what they want to do. And if you give them the options to looking through things, I think that's very beneficial to them, because, and that's not just the youth, that's anybody. I mean, if you're not interested in something, you said it yourself, financial advisor just wasn't your thing, but not even knowing that this business that you're into now, if somebody would have probably told you in high school that you were going to be doing this, you probably would have looked at them kind of sideways.
If somebody would have said you will own rental properties, I would have been like, what is that? No clue. Never been around it before in my life.
Let us know how to fix them up and get them ready to be rented.
Yep.
Wow. I'm going to say this. You need to keep doing what you're doing, man. That you do need to do. We're going to take another quick break, and we're going to come back and we're going to wrap the show up. Don't y'all go anywhere. This is 93.7 to get you happy on out.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next opportunity? Nebco is hiring. They're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. They offer competitive wages, great benefits, service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Apply today at nebco.com. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for the Nebco shop. Learn more at nebco.com. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at nebco.com.
I want to ride. Do you want to ride? June is officially riding month at Rod's Power Sports, Nebraska's largest volume Honda Power Sports dealership. Come in now and take advantage of huge savings and a great inventory selection during Rod's I Want to Ride celebration days all month long. Simply schedule a qualified demo ride on one of their new Honda motorcycles, ATVs, scooters, or side-by-sides, or purchase a new or used vehicle, and you get a free custom I Want to Ride t-shirt. Plus, all month long, they have 10% discounts on all wearables, parts, accessories, and oil change kits when purchased with a new or used Honda. Free refreshments served each Saturday morning in June. Just show up and say, I want to ride, and they'll fix you up with some free stuff and help you pick out that new ride. Come ride with Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln or online at rodspowersports.com. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and eye protection. Honda Power Sports vehicles are for riders 16 years and older. Honda recommends that all ATV riders take a training course.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. Hey, before I get back to my guest, I got a special announcement. I ain't supposed to know this, but I was looking on Facebook, man, when you accepted my friend request, and happy birthday.
Thanks, Ricky.
Yeah, see that, man. I be doing a little research on things, man. I saw that when you first accepted. I said, this young man coming in on his birthday to do the show, man. I really appreciate that. That means the world to me. You was also telling me something that you wanted to share with everybody before we get out of here.
Yeah, just a thank you to all the businesses that have stepped up and are providing amazing content on careerpathway.com, helping this next generation and these young individuals understand what it is that they need to do and want to do. We need more. We're growing at a pace of almost 5 to 1. So 5 individuals seeking opportunities to every business and every college on the platform.
Wow.
So what that equates to is thousands of individuals seeking opportunities.
And you said something about you had over how many?
Somewhere between 400 and 500 businesses and colleges on the platform already.
And you need more.
We need more. This generation's moving through this content so fast that we need to put it in front of them. But they're engaging. The neatest stat that I think we just recently came up with was when an individual logs into careerpathway.com, they spend over 10 minutes engaging in content.
Man. And Matt Warner and Empire Fencing out there doing big things on your platform.
He is. He's doing it.
Man, big shout out to Empire Fencing. Man, I told you, man, y'all. I knew y'all were doing big things. Y'all just keep killing it. I really respect that. Well, I gotta ask. I can't help myself, but I gotta ask the one question that I ask every guest. When Bo has a little free time, which doesn't sound like he has a lot of, but when you have some free time, man, how you get your happy on?
I love fishing. I love the outdoors. And I'm always going to be working on something, whether it's a construction project or an old car or something. I'm very hands-on and have to be doing something active.
That's all right. Well, Bo, man, I want to thank you again for coming on. I wrap my show the same way I do every week. Every day you blessed to say it's just another day in paradise. And no matter what, you got to get your happy on. Go! We'll see y'all next Sunday.
I want to ride. Do you want to ride? June is officially riding month at Rod's Power Sports, Nebraska's largest volume Honda Power Sports dealership. Come in now and take advantage of huge savings and a great inventory selection during Rod's I Want to Ride celebration days all month long. Simply schedule a qualified demo ride on one of their new Honda motorcycles, ATVs, scooters, or side-by-sides, or purchase a new or used vehicle, and you get a free custom I Want to Ride t-shirt. Plus, all month long, they have 10% discounts on all wearables, parts, accessories, and oil change kits when purchased with a new or used Honda. Free refreshments served each Saturday morning in June. Just show up and say, I want to ride, and they'll fix you up with some free stuff and help you pick out that new ride. Come ride with Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln or online at rodspowersports.com. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and eye protection. Honda Power Sports vehicles are for riders 16 years and older. Honda recommends that all ATV riders take a training course.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
After a long week, Grotto Bar and Lounge is the perfect spot to enjoy a full menu and in-house DJs on Friday and Saturday nights. If you're wanting to start your Saturday or Sunday off the right way, stop by for brunch starting at 9 a.m. Don't forget, Grotto offers a full catering service as well for those graduation parties, birthday celebrations, and weekend family get-togethers. Give Grotto Bar and Lounge a call today at 402-261-3019 or visit them in person at 70th and A in the Clock Tower Shopping Center.
I tried to hide my cigarette smoking. Then I was rushed into emergency surgery to repair the damage smoking did to my heart. It shocked everyone because they thought I was healthy. Yet because I smoked, I had a severe heart condition that nearly killed me. My tip is, you may be able to hide your smoking from the world, but you can't hide from the damage smoking does to your body.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.